Who are the players you should add on the waiver wire heading into week 8? Who should you drop? Who should you trade for? We'll discuss that in this video. Before we do, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video. Visit walterfootball.com for tons of content. We have free content every single day for the NFL. We have NFL picks against the spread. We had a big pick with the Browns over the Dolphins, for example, last week. We had 2026 and 2027 NFL mock drafts. We have weekly fantasy football rankings. We have NFL power rankings. We're great at resigning. We're great at trade. It's all at walterfootball.com and it's all free. Okay, so let's get to the week 8 fantasy football ad drop. As you can see on the screen here, this is from the site. So you can read all about this. And if there are any updates, you can check the page. So the number one guy who's featured here is Kyle Monangai. Monangai is the Bears rookie 7th round pick who's been being more and more integrated into the offense. And this week, he had 13 carries against the Saints. Now, DeAndre Swift had more carries. He had about 18 or 19. So Monangai is still the RB2 there, but Swift has a long injury history. Plus, we know Ben Johnson loves using multiple running backs. So Monangai's here to stay. Yeah, he's clearly ahead of Roshan Johnson, who's the RB3. Monangai has been very impressive, throughout, training camp. He got some hype there, and then he's looked better and better. So it's not out of the question that he could displace Swift late in the year. But Swift, like I said, he is a big risk to get injured. So make sure you pick up Monangai, especially if you have Swift as a insurance policy. But even if you don't, I'll be looking to pick him up. I actually have him in one league already, so I was happy to see that result against the Saints. Aranda Gatson is number 2. If you need a tight end, he's number 1. He had an amazing performance against the Colts. He had the 3rd best rookie tight end performance of all time. That's statistically, obviously. He's a freak of nature. He's like a receiver playing tight end. He's one of those sort of guys. I think he's going to have a great rest of the season, a great career. From what we've seen, I don't think this is a flash in the pan. He's already had like 3 amazing games so far, and this was his best one. So he's going to get better and better. The only downside is the Chargers have a lot of mouths to feed, so there are going to be some games where he doesn't do much. But I think overall he's a guy with amazing upside, and he's only owned in 2.1% of ESPN leagues, so he should be available for you. No, I wouldn't make a tight end a high priority if you don't need one, because you really should only carry one. And if you already have a good one, you're just not going to play Gatson. But if you need a tight end, like Gatson should be your guy. Isaiah Davis is next. Isaiah Davis is the number 2 running back with the Jets right now. Braylon Allen's injured, so it's Davis's job behind Breece Hall. Why I'm listing Davis here is because Breece Hall is likely to be traded. The Jets are 0-7. Breece Hall is in his contract year. There's really no need to keep him. The Jets already like Braylon Allen a lot, but Allen's injured. So if Hall is dealt, it's going to be the Isaiah Davis show. So make sure you pick up Davis just in case Breece Hall is traded. We also have Tajay Spears, same reason. Tony Pollard could be on the move. The Titans are horrible. There's no reason for them to keep Pollard. So Spears could be the starting running back in the second half of the season. And then there's Kayshon Boutte, who had yet another big game. I keep listing here as the ad player. He was, I will say, though, he was owned in 7% of leagues last week. Now he's 27%. So people are learning, but Boutte is legit. He used to be a first-round prospect out of LSU. He had just had a bad finish in his collegiate career, and he just dropped on draft boards. But he's finally living up to his previous expectations. So it's pretty cool to see. Plus, Drake May is playing out of his mind right now. So Boutte does have a tough matchup coming up against the Browns in Week 8, but he should still be owned in way more than 27% of leagues. Here's some guys to buy low. Alvin Kamara. No, he might be traded too. He's not getting as many touches. He had a horrible game against the Bears. The Saints just fell way behind. For some reason, they didn't involve Kamara in the passing game. I'm not sure why. But Kamara could be traded maybe to the Chiefs. That's been discussed. I know Kamara said he doesn't want to be traded, but let's be real. The Saints need all the draft picks they can get, and it would be foolish to keep Kamara on the roster. Roma Dunze is coming off 2 bad performances, so you might be able to get him. Now, he did not do much against the Saints, but the Bears are way ahead. They didn't have to throw that much, and he led the Bears in targets. So it's not like I feel like these two past performances were flukes, and he's going to get back to his usual dominant self. And then Jameson Williams from last week. The Lions haven't played yet as of this video, so he had 8 targets against the Browns, so he should be it's someone you should trade for. He has a lot of variance. He's going to have some big games, some bad games. So he's better in best ball than anything. But if you need a receiver, you could probably get him like pretty cheaply right now. Okay, so some guys you should trade. Nick Chubb, he's washed up. So the Texans are coming off the bye, but still, I feel like Woody Marks is going to pass him at some point. Stephon Diggs, who's had some really good games recently, but he's a 31-year-old coming off torn ACL. Like, he could get injured very easily. I would look to trade him. Travis Kelce, he had a big catch to start the game, and of course we had his under receiving yards. I was like, wow, okay, he's going to make us look stupid because we're going to lose his bet by a mile. But actually, we didn't. Like, that was the only big thing he did throughout the day. He didn't do anything otherwise. I think he only had like 2 catches for 44 yards, if I remember correctly. So Kelce is going to lose touches to Rashee Rice. There's no question about that. They both do the same thing over the middle of the field, and Rashee Rice is, at this stage of his career, is more talented than Kelce, comparatively across positions. So Kelce is someone you should trade. He's probably has high value right now, even though he didn't have a great game against the Raiders, just because he had so many great performances. So someone you might trade him to may not know that he's going to lose his targets to Rice. And then Pacheco, who had a nice game against the Raiders as well, but the Chiefs may trade for a running back, so Pacheco may not have too many good performances moving forward. There's just so many running backs available. You have like Kenneth Walker, Breece Hall, Tony Pollard, Alvin Kamara. There's so many running backs that could be traded, so I feel like the Chiefs should be able to get someone. Shamari DK, this is someone you should ignore. He had a nice performance against the Patriots, but I feel like it's 1 week it's Io Manor, next week it's DK, next week it's Gunnar Helm, next week it's Ridley when he comes back. It's the Titans just don't have a consistent offense, so I wouldn't really want to own anyone from it. Xavier Legette, he had a nice game. Don't trust him though. He's just disappointed us way too many times. Plus, the Panthers don't have a consistent offense either. I don't feel like Bryce Young can carry 2 receivers. And the reason Legette had a big game is because Teterow McMillan was tied up with Sauce Gardner. And then Marvin Mims, another big game, but Bo Nix threw 50 times. So several Bronco players were bound to perform well. Bo Nix is not going to throw 50 times every week. The drops, we have a couple of or 3 usual suspects here. We had Michael Carter listed last week, and I'll say it again. He's still owned in more than 50% of league. That's why I'm still listing him here. Bam Knight is starting ahead of him, but like Bam Knight's not good either. But Carter's just not doing much. Chris Godwin, he is once again, he's out. He's not going to play against the Lions, which is not a surprise. He just got rushed back way too early, and he's just not ready. I don't think he's going to be 100% all year. And Cooper Kupp, who's just, every week it's like 2 catches, 40 yards, 3 catches, 35 yards. That's like what he's good for. Occasionally he score a touchdown and he'll look good, but he's still owned in 78% of leagues. I guess those people aren't watching the show. So you guys can let me know who you're adding. Who, if I miss someone, let me know and I'll add them to the list. But otherwise, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video. Visit walterfootball.com for tons of free content every single day with the NFL. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night talking about the updated NFL power rankings, and I'll talk to you then.